morning. My name is Stephen, and this is today's Daily Word Reflections. Today's Daily Word for October the 21st, 2020 is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm energizes me. No great happening is required for me to feel passionate about life. My enthusiasm stems from my willingness to appreciate all I have, knowing I am blessed with enough and even more than I need. My strong faith, combined with my powerful imagination, fills me with positive and expressive energy. Temporary challenges or bumps in the road do not cause me lasting distress or concern. I know I can count on the Spirit of God within me to uplift and energize me in all that I do. My exuberance is contagious as I am enlivened and invigorated. I am free to lay claim to infinite positive possibilities. My optimistic expectation moves me forward. My oneness with God is the spark of my inner joy. With enthusiasm, I declare all is well in my life. Today's scripture is from the book of Romans, chapter 12, verse 11. It reads, "Do not lag in zeal. Be ardent in spirit. Serve the Lord." Again, today's daily word is enthusiasm. Enthusiasm energizes me. You know, I said in a previous Sunday talk that enthusiasm is the nectar of miracles. And what I mean by that is that when you are enthusiastic about something, the universe begins to shift in your favor. It begins to shift as far as in whatever that you're endeavoring to do. It begins to you begin to attract people and situations and circumstances that continue to foster that which you're enthusiastic about. So let me just go into a story, as far as a story about how enthusiasm has brought me to where I am right now as spiritual leader of Unity Temple of Denver. Just to show you how wonderful enthusiasm can be and how it just activates all sorts of and taps into all sorts of divine energies that will then completely change things, completely shift things in your favor. So not too long ago, back in 2018, I began reading A Course in Miracles. I was not in ministerial school. This was in January of 2018. I began to read it and I could not put the book down. I was so excited. I felt like there was something that was being awakened inside of me. There was this energy within me that I'd never felt before. So I'm gonna fast forward. I continued to read A Course in Miracles. I was so excited about it. It was completely new. I began to talk about it with people and it just began to enter my conversations and things like that as far as with other people as I interacted with them. Sometimes they would engage me in the conversation. Sometimes they wouldn't. Sometimes they'd be like, okay, this Stephen talking about A Course in Miracles again. And maybe they would suffer through it or bear with it. But I was in this place where I was so excited. I was like, and did you know about this? And did you know about that? And so it just continued to build this energy. So then I went on a spiritual journey here to Denver, as a matter of fact. And then I started meditating. This is still in 2018, in August of 2018, and actually even came to this this Unity Temple of Denver. I came here to see Earl Purdy speak. And that was when I first got in contact with Unity Temple of Denver. Continue to be excited, continue to build enthusiasm, continue to be grateful. At that point, I began to express to Spirit just how grateful I was for so many things. It didn't mean that I didn't go through stuff, didn't mean that I didn't go through challenges, but I was so excited. Think back to when you were excited about something. Think back to when you just had that exuberance, that enthusiasm. It was wonderful, this wonderful whatever it was. So let's tap into that same energy as I continue with this story. So for some kind of reason, I began to be invited to speak at Unity churches. Go figure. So I began to speak at Unity churches and it went well. What was emanating, what was coming through me from Spirit with this boundless enthusiasm began to inspire people. People began to, I guess they enjoyed what they heard, what they received. I began to get invited to more Unity churches. And then I decided to enter ministerial school. And that was in June of 2019. Things continued to spiral and just continued to go up higher and higher. I continued to get invited to speak at Unity churches. And so then finally the pandemic hit. And even when we began to experience the pandemic, approximately about March, where things started closing down, March of 2020, there were new opportunities for me. So I wasn't really focused on what I wasn't getting. I wasn't really focused on the fact that, my life was kind of changed physical. I was actually focused on new opportunities to learn about broadcasting. As far as Sunday services, I started learning and teaching myself and volunteering in the broadcast service for my home church. And so I began to learn about that, which I would not have learned if it weren't for the pandemic. But I wasn't focused on the negative. Didn't mean I didn't see it. It didn't mean I didn't realize that it wasn't there. But my conscious awareness was on that continuing upward spiral that comes from learning new things, being excited about them, and just continuing. Next thing you know, I receive a phone call from the spiritual leader of Unity Temple of Denver that they are looking for a new spiritual leader. And that they would like me to consider, while I'm in ministerial school, becoming a co-spiritual leader during a time of transition and finally transitioning into spiritual leader. And here I am. So what happened? I'll tell you what happened. It was enthusiasm. It was gratitude. It was excitement. It was joy. Enthusiasm is the nectar of miracles. It is the nectar of miracles. When you are grateful and enthusiastic about anything, you begin to create with the universe an energy that then opens up a realm of infinite possibilities. We've all heard about infinite possibilities, but if you want to know how to practically create or open up that realm into infinite possibilities where you can literally do anything, which is where Jesus the Christ naturally abided in consciousness, enthusiasm, gratitude. It is an energy that opens up a doorway to where you can do anything. So let us reflect on that. Today, this day, October the 21st, let us reflect as infinite beings. What are we grateful for? What are we enthusiastic about? Let us reflect on those things that bring us joy in our life. Let us reflect on all of these things. Let us reflect on some of the things that we would like to accomplish in this life. What do we want our life to stand for? What legacy would we like to leave? Let us focus on that. And then let us begin the process to achieve that with gratitude, by being grateful, by starting our day with just giving thanks for being alive and having a new opportunity to experience infinite lessons, to experience new things, to come across new paths, to express gratitude for this day, which will never happen again. That is how energetically we begin to create a state of enthusiasm in our lives. And when we are enthusiastic, when we experience enthusiasm, we can do anything. So let's encourage a little enthusiasm. Have a wonderful day. Take care.